Good afternoon and welcome to Solent Sports News. It's 4 o'clock and I'm Ella Bowler. Ex-footballer Marvin Morgan has sadly passed away. Former Aldershot and Shrewsbury striker made a phenomenal 200 appearances during his career and set up a football team, Fresh Ego FC, to help tackle racism and discrimination, making himself an icon in the Football League. His ex-teams have played tributes and branding him as a popular striker. Southampton find themselves searching for a new goalkeeper. Chaos erupted at St Mary's this weekend as a replacement is needed for Saints' Alex McCarthy following a hamstring injury. Ralph Hasenhuttl says how he should have swapped the goalie out but did not know his injuries.
Yeah, hamstring injury. This was the reason why we couldn't play out anymore in the second half. Yeah, I didn't know how hard it is and how tough it is. I thought he can only not play in the long balls, so I kept him in the goal. But if I could do it again, I would change him, but I couldn't because I didn't have the message that it's not possible anymore. Or quality, whatever, they did it, and we had a big chance to beat them the first time here at home, and we didn't do it, and this is hard to take.
Southampton Women secured a victory this weekend. Their 2-1 win over MK Dons helped Saints remain at second spot in their league. They stay behind Ipswich Town but have 2 games in hand. Manchester United found an important win with their new manager, Ralf Rangnick. The Red Devils beat Crystal Palace 1-0 at home on Sunday, following a brief 45-minute first session as their new lead. Rangnick said it was impressive what his team had done.
It was pouring. It was not only Manchester weather, it was just disgusting. It was heavily raining, windy, so it was almost impossible to train in a concentrated and focused manner, but they still did it. Those 45 minutes were important on the pitch to explain to them how we want to play.
The German FA have opened an investigation against Borussia Dortmund's top player. Referee Felix Zweier fell victim to comments from Jude Bellingham about his scandal back in 2005. The youngster brought up how the referee match fixed and received an 18-month ban, questioning if he was suited for his role. Chelsea women secured another FA Cup victory this weekend. Emma Hayes' side scored 3-0 against London rivals Arsenal. The Blues manager says despite recent losses, her side have fought back stronger as they look to hold the title in 2022.
I think those setbacks, losing Champions League finals, accumulating winning over the years that I've been here, that experience really, really counts for something. You can't take that lightly. And I thought we used it to full effect today.
In the Men's FA Cup, the draw for the second round is tonight at 7. Boreham Wood and St Albans play after the draw begins, each hoping to fight to stay in the cup. Current title holders are Leicester City and Southampton look to find an easy draw to make it to the next round. Yesterday saw a tough battle in Formula 1 race at the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. Max Verstappen saw a 15-second penalty awarded to him after a collision between him and Mercedes driver Lewis Hamilton. The Brit came out on top, however, after seeing Verstappen fall behind. Jack Edward reports.
Drama in the dusty desert of Jeddah. The Saudi Arabian Grand Prix turned out to be one of the most controversial, incident-packed and argumentative races of the season. And there were plenty of war of words, especially between title protagonists Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen.
They told me to give the position back, and so immediately when I heard that on the radio, I just pulled off to the right, showing that I was gonna move over, and I braked, downshift, and he just stayed behind me. So I was just looking in the mirror and I'm slowing down, and then I think there was a bit of a miscommunication where he then ran into the back of me.
I didn't quite understand why all of a sudden he hit the brakes quite heavily, and then I ran into the back of him. And then he moved on, so I didn't understand exactly what was going on, and I got a message afterwards that he was going to let us pass, so it was a bit confusing.
The Dutch driver looked on course to win this race in the Middle East, but it was the Brit of Hamilton that went on to victory, which sparked outrage on social media between Lewis fans and Max fans, after Verstappen was handed a 5-second penalty where on lap 37, Verstappen went in deep at turn 1 and ran off the track. Hamilton avoided him and went off too, and the Dutchman retained the lead. Former F1 driver Johnny Herbert is hoping for a fairer contest in Abu Dhabi.
I don't want to see the championship decided by one of the drivers taking out the other, and that will only be Max because he mentioned about he's got the advantage of those race wins. I hope it doesn't come down to that because I just want to see the skill of these guys. Well, I haven't got over it, no, but I think the race just had everything going for it. Lap 37, when everything has sort of calmed down, Lewis has sort of got himself in a brilliant position. It's then when Max has to let Lewis by because he has that pass off the circuit. But it's the way he does it. You know, he brakes and slows down so much. I remember texting Damon Hill at the time and sort of saying he brake tested him. And it's just a thing you don't do. Wow, what a final race have we got coming our way, because this is far from over.
Max was voted driver of the day, but perhaps one man who could have got driver of the day was Esteban Ocon. The Frenchman was having an incredible drive in what has turned out to be a solid season for Alpine, and was very disappointed on losing third place to Valtteri Bottas.
I was not fighting against Lewis and Max. I knew that. I let them go and they did their own race, but from that behind, it was the aim to keep third place, and we did so until far into the race. So, next time.
Sergio Perez, Max's teammate at Red Bull, retired from the race after a collision with Ferrari's Charles Leclerc and put Red Bull at a disadvantage for the constructors' title going into Abu Dhabi.
I thought that Charles wasn't there because there wasn't any more space at the time, but he was still there. So at that point, I think he became a passenger, and there was nothing he could do. I could do differently in that regard, we tangled.
So, with both championships still to be decided, it's all to play for and all or nothing for the final round of the season in Abu Dhabi. Red Bull may have lost vital points in the Constructors' Championship due to Perez's DNF. However, the two title candidates are on equal amounts of points going into the finale, the first title finale of Formula One since 2016. The final race will decide what has been a breathtaking, dramatic and incredibly tense of a season. Jack Edwards, Solent Sports News.
Ben Stokes is back for England's Ashes Test in Brisbane. The squad have flown out to play Australia in the campaign and prepare for their first game. Captain Joe Roots reported he is happy to see his former teammate playing again.
To see him come in and to look as good as he did as well. We always know that when he gets into that game, he'll want to put his mark on it and put his stamp on it. And I think, yes, there'll be an element of managing expectations.
A new director of cricket at Yorkshire has been announced ahead of England's Ashes Tests. Darren Gough, former bowler and superstar, has been appointed to replace Martin Moxon, who was sacked due to racism allegations.
From my experiences of spending time with Gough, he's obviously very passionate about the game. His love for it is clear for everyone to see, and for the club as well. I'm sure that he'll be wanting to bring all of that to the fore, and all of his experience and achievements within the game, pass that knowledge on.
Fly half George Ford reports that he is still committed to his rugby squad. The Leicester Tigers player, who added 11 tries to his tally in the 16-14 victory over Harlequins this weekend, says he'll be staying at Leicester despite an agreed deal to Sale Sharks next season. Welterweight Conor Benn sets his sights on a world title fight. The boxer said how superstars Amir Khan and Kell Brook have mentioned coming up against the star. The two will meet on the 19th of February next year and will be a title for Conor Benn to reach after his upcoming meet against Chris Algieri on Saturday. Keeping with boxing, the fight between Tommy Fury and Jake Paul has been called off. The pair were due to meet on the 18th of December, however concerns over Fury's fitness has delayed his trip to the States. The brother of heavyweight champion Tyson Fury branded the fight as only a way to make money. Lastly, bringing it back to Southampton, Solent Kestrel's first team saw through 2 wins this weekend at their double-headers. The Division 1 side beat Bradford Dragons 81-71, and a win against Derby Trail Blazers booked their ticket to the National Cup semi-finals. That's all for us for now. Thank you for listening. Remember, you can keep up to date on our website at solentjournalism.co.uk.